Hey everybody, Logan here. Looks like you didn't have to wait long now, did you? Between the initial announcement, the video I did covering both variations and which one would be best for me and for you, and me receiving it and now being able to do the unboxing and testing for you, well, that's the Kaleid Flux. There's the Kaleid and the Kaleid Flux, both put out by Gamesir, which are the follow-ups to this one, the G7 SE. The first official licensed controller with Hall effect sticks for the Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC. After getting this one, I was really impressed. I had one issue, and that's discoloration of the joysticks. I'm sure you can see that right there. So when I saw this one, especially being black sticks, I was like, all right, and all these new features, I'm gonna pick it up. Is it gonna be as good? Let's find out. Here you go. Here's the Kaleid Flux for Xbox. As you can see, the G7 SE is right out of frame right here, but just so you can see it, because like I said, we are going to compare it, but let's take a quick look at the box. So one of the big features is the translucent faceplate, as well as the RGB lighting. This is gold. The other one on the box just shows the rainbow-esque colors, but you can still change it. 16 million color variations. You can download the app and do it that way as well. We're going to take a little closer look at all the features it has in just a moment once we open it up. But as you can see, you've got everything else that you need to access all the information right here. Let's take a look at the back. It says Hall effect. Can you guys see that? I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit there. Hall effect sensing stick, anti-drift, ultra longevity. Tactile buttons, crisp yet cushioned. Okay, this is something I saw when I opened it, that the website says the standard Kaleid has tactile and this has membrane, but here it says tactile, so we're going to have to take a closer look. Precision tuned Hall effect analog triggers, which is always great. Textured, transparent, and closed with kaleidoscopic? I think that's kaleidoscopic lights, 2 mappable back buttons, and textured grips. All right, let's look at the side. Wired, 3.5 millimeter audio jack, Hall effect triggers, detachable USB Type-C. That's always good. Mapping sticks, triggers, vibration lights, and it's officially licensed. Good to go. Now let's open this bad boy up. So here we go. Looking at these online, it looked like one of the big differences was the texture mapping for the translucent shell. One looked a little swirlier, this one, and the other one looked a little more digital, I guess you can say. Now that's a really stiff one in there. Ooh, I already like that. Cable is much nicer. Oh, that braided cable's really nice. Oh, wow. Big difference. I like that. The Flux looks to be more of a golden type aesthetic, where the other one, not so much, the standard Kaleid. But this one was the less expensive one. What do we have in here? Okay. This one was... Come on, box, don't fight me. This one was less expensive by $3, and the only thing I could figure out on the website was the membrane versus tactile buttons, but here it says tactile. Let's take a look. Ooh, oh, hello there. That's one way to do it. I really like that. So you have a matte texture here, high gloss up here. Where your hand fits, you're not going to get as much fingerprints as you would, but look, you can see it. You can see it much better than I can. Thank you, light and camera. Can you see the gold texture? That is really cool, and it says Gamesir. I really, really like this design. Feels nice. The sticks are the same, but black, so you don't have to worry about it. Button layout is the same. You got the gold triggers and the gold D-pad, a fantastic D-pad. That's membrane. You can tell. Plus it said, yeah, you could see the membrane in there. Yeah, You can definitely tell that it's membrane. That's why it has that sound as well. The tactile one is going to have that clicky clicky like a mouse. That is nice. I like that design. And if you take a look, we're going to detach that just so you can see the body is very similar to the two. The body is very, very similar, but this one has lights. This one does not. Here you can see the yellowing of the sticks. I put thumb caps on them to protect them, and they just changed color. And I was like, oof. So that was the only thing that really bothered me about that. But otherwise, okay, all right. The buttons on the back paddles are slightly shaped a bit different. This one's more squared. This one's more round. And this one also has, if you guys can see it, you can have the locks here to lock these buttons. This doesn't have any locks. So be it. This is a bit lighter than this. Not by much, but just a little lighter. I really like the way this looks. I really like this controller, and I have yet to turn on the lights. All right, let's plug it in. One thing I noticed as I was plugging it in, gold tips on both ends of the USB Type-C connection, which is really cool because the cable being black and gold, it matches my Halo Infinite Xbox Series X console. So I made a really good choice here. I thought this was a pretty cool looking controller. Now I like it even more. So let's plug that in. Snaps right in. Alrighty. There you go. There are the lights. How cool is that? Yeah, you can see the reflection of my overhead light because of the gloss, the high gloss of the faceplate, but that is really cool. So if you want to change the lights, you can just download the app. I actually have the app on my other Xbox, but that is a gorgeous looking controller, and I do like how the lights hit the color of the swerve, the little texture design thing. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. This is an awesome controller. I do like the standard, how it comes in default, those colors. I think it's a good choice. I do like this setup. Fantastic looking controller. All right. Aesthetics aside, what's the most important? How it feels. If it feels anything like this one, I've used this one for months. This was my default one for quite some time until I got some new controllers. I needed to test them as well. And like I mentioned in all my videos, after I get a new controller, what I do is I use it for about a week or two, sometimes more, depending on how long it takes for me to get another controller. And then I use that experience to answer as many questions as I can. Same will go with this. But now that all that is out of the way, let's test it. Of course, you know what game I'm going to test it on. Here we go. Here we go. Right into the Gamesir app. You can see it recognizes the Kaleid Flux right away. See, holding it in my hand. Let's take a look. Profiles. You can set different profiles. Vibrates. You can test the vibration, which is really cool. Let's see if you can hear that. There you go. Let's see if there's any updates. Current firmware version. Your firmware is up to date. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the profiles. Configure. All right, there you go. You can just test everything there, set everything up. A lot of people want to know, hey, can I test this? Can I test that? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yes, you can. Everything right here. Fantastic. So you can change all the colors. You can change the speed. You can change the brightness. Ah, yeah. You guys can't really see it too well because of the controller, but there you go, turning it all the way up. It's changing everything. You can change the speed. Audio reactive mode. Ooh. Yes. Auto sleep when inactive for 10 minutes. That sounds fine. Flow. Okay. There you go. Whatever you see on the screen is what you're seeing here. So you can do that as well. Go back to flow, pulse, standoff, off, alarm, reset to default, confirm. I like those default colors because it just matches with the controller itself, so I'm going to leave it there. But there you go. There's a quick test of the app. So just download that on your Xbox, or like I said, on your PC as well. But download that on your Xbox, customize it however you want. Awesome. Now let's jump into the game. There we go. Like always, jump right into the firing range. It's the best way to test everything, especially on a game I'm so familiar with. And this is the one I test every game on because it's a third-person shooter. You can just see the movement very clear. Nice. Movement is very smooth. Everything about this controller is just fantastic. Peachy keen. Now, I didn't set up the back buttons. They don't come preset. I like that. I'm not a fan of the back buttons. Wow, do you guys see that? You can see the light through the back. That's one thing I did not notice. That is a really cool feature. I like that. It's the simple things. But like I was saying, I'm not a big fan of using back buttons. If you've watched any of my other videos, I almost never test them out unless they have some kind of nifty or crazy feature. With that being said, you can always test out. You can just run it through the app and assign it, what have you. But this is a fantastic controller. I love every bit of this controller. This is an A+. I love it. I don't care if it's not wireless. I like the fact that it's wired. I like the fact that the wire matches my console. I like no latency. I don't like lag, and I don't like having to worry about batteries dying. Epic controller. This is probably the best I've ever used. I love everything about this controller. It's going to take quite a bit. 8-bit Do, you are my favorite, but this one's it. I do have an 8-bit Do Ultimate C coming in for the Xbox this coming week. We're going to test that, see how it holds up, but $46.99. You can get it on Amazon right now. You can get the standard Kaleid version. This is the Flux. You can get them both, $3 difference. Membrane, tactile on the other ones. This was my choice. Best choice I could have possibly made. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Make sure if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Drop it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer whatever I can. Again, hit that subscribe button. God bless you all. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again. Like this controller. It's freaking... I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.